Was offering me 21 years, and I wasn't taking no 21 years. Second trial, and they came at me with 6 years, and for a man. And I had been in the county already 2.5 years, so I hurried up and took it. I'm not doing no telling. That's not what we do. You don't tell.
You never thought you was coming home?
Yeah. When I got in trouble 05, I thought it was over with.
How did you prepare for that, man? And how did you feel? And how did you feel when you like, I'm finna come home?
Being in that county jail and the circumstances I was caught under, evidence against me and all that, it was what it was, and it was just basically time to gangbang. You know what I'm saying? Once trial started, I went to trial, got a hung jury, and they was offering me 21 years, and I wasn't taking no 21 years. Right before I picked the second jury, they offered me another deal for 11 years. I contemplated that, and we went to go pick the second jury for the second trial, and they came at me with 6 years. And for a man, I had been in the county already 2.5 years, so I hurried up and took it. But in the process of all that, one night, I'm in the county jail. I'm in one of them modules, man. I think I'm on the 3004, probably 3638. And I just looked around, man, and said to myself, like, damn, this really it. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be doing this the rest of my life, you know? And man, I got on my knees and prayed. I said, God, man, if you get me out of this one, man, I promise, man, I ain't coming back to jail for no more of my people because they wear another color or they from a rival set of the Raymonds. Now, as far as threatening my friends or my family and anything like that or disrespect anything, that's going to go how it's going to go, you know, without hesitation. But so that's why I sit here present day. Yeah, I'm in support of my homeboys, whether they're gang banging or not gang banging, trying to get a job, trying to drive a truck or whatever. I'm in support of my homeboys. But I walk amongst my homeboys being an example that you could do something else. It is possible. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to go through some shit. Yeah. That's why when I run across my young homies, make sure you do your push-ups, do your burpees, because I hear it's cracking in that county jail. Stay down, don't tell. Right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and everybody got to go through something. So I'm not the person that, because I don't sell dope no more, gonna call the police on the dope dealers. Nah, we don't do that. That's still my people.
Right, exactly. We got an epidemic going on, man, you know, in the hood nowadays. You know, people telling on people, and then they still walking around, you know.
Woo, Wiggies, you getting to it now.
Yeah, I got
no problem. Great question. Come on, let's go.
How do we solve this problem, man? Because it's selective politicking. Well, he ain't tell on me, you know, or that's my cousin, or, you know, well, shit, he a killer, man. I ain't finna say nothing to
him. Wiggins, historically, and I said this on 16 to Life when 16 to Life was interviewing me. Historically, with our people, telling, snitching, aiding the DA, aiding the police, assisting them build a case against any of your friends or anybody for that matter is treason. There was the Underground Railroad. It was in secrecy. It was to free our people. It was to help. And those who told, you know what I'm saying, they were frowned upon, ostracized. So it's traditional with our people to not tell. You know, we don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break, and we don't tell. How could you, in good conscience, tell on your friend or tell on your homeboy? You take your lick.
Right.
If you're the only one get caught and it was 3 of y'all in the case, then you're the only one to take that case. Your other 2 homies gonna look out, or at least they're supposed to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the job, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. You know what I'm saying? You don't all of a sudden help no police against your friend. Okay, you scared. Daddy wasn't around to fortify your manhood. You kind of had to learn the ropes on your own. Your mama raised you, and all the emotion she poured into you is now coming out because you scared to death. You in that holding cell. Your immediately thing is holla mama, I want to come home. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people do. But when you got good upbringing, you know what I'm saying, and you got a father who was present or some uncles who was there, you had some solid big homies to raise you the right way. You're not doing no telling. That's not what we do. You don't tell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went back to the beginning, to history, because telling has always been a detriment to our people.
Right.
Period. Don't help no police. Do nothing. They the enemy. They go through every hood. They wreak havoc, terror, and everything else. So you get in trouble. Now you want to help them against your friend?
Right.
That's crazy.
Real talk.
Yeah, you met him in the county.
Yeah,
2000 floor.
Yeah. We was on the 2000 floor back in like '06, '07, something like that. And like I was saying, the homie was like that. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff you see present day on the internet now, the homie was like that as a young homie. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no cameras around. The homie was about his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about him losing a fade or winning a fade or nothing like that. I just know for a fact, from my experience, the homie was about that. And he don't need me to vouch for him and no other homies to vouch for him. But as far as the question, yeah, the homie was like that when I ran across him.
How do you feel when you see people trying to discredit him? Like, man, he turned up for the camera. You know what I'm saying? Because you seen it firsthand.
Yeah. Well, there's always gonna be discrepancies, haters, naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna have different accounts of how some things maybe went, but until things can be proven otherwise, you got to take a man at his word.
Speaking of that, so, man, are you looking to do a Tubi movie, a documentary, or, you know what I'm saying? You got to do something, man. You can't leave this world with nothing, man.
Well, I mean, my Tubi and documentary, man, is pretty much documented now on S.WigginsTV. You know, I done Kev Mac, I done 16 to Life, been on there with Spider Loc, Most Easty, you know, Spider something else with his interview. He just threw me on the live the other day. But shout out to the homies, you know what I'm saying? But no, man, I'd rather leave my legacy, man, behind the scenes, especially with my young homies. You know, I try to support them any way I can, you know what I'm saying?
But you wouldn't like to see maybe a biopic, maybe somebody playing Crazo, or maybe a script with some shit though?
Man, listen, check this out. If somebody came with some money, I do a comedy show for them. You understand what I'm saying? If the bag right, man, we can do whatever, man. But no, I would love to do something actually with my homies. I got some homies who be rapping. Matter of fact, somebody that you're familiar with, you ran across him online, the homie Westside Rivet, man, him, Nutbone, the homies from East Coast. They be rapping, doing their thing. But yeah, man, I would definitely love to do something with them. You know, I'm trying to get Westside Rivet to get in front of the camera, but you know, he ain't doing it right now. You know, he on his gangbang tip, man. For the record, yeah, man, Westside Rivet, an active gang member, man. I just want to say that.
All right, for sure.
We gonna end it on this one, man. You know, that waterfront Paru story, man.
Yeah.
You got something else like that, man, that you could tell us?
Man, I got a fight story, Wiggins, man, and I hate to disappoint you, little bro, man, but that story's supposed to come out on Kev Mac videos. That story's supposed to come out on Kev Mac videos. But on the flip side, because a lot of people always ask me, maybe Crazy, why you don't tell stories when you and such was fighting and all that? Because it was kind of a one-sided fight and people got grandkids and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna never disparage or embarrass nobody online and nothing like that. So I pretty much shy away from them kind of stories.
All right, for sure, man. Well, Crazy, man, much love, man. You know, I always tell you thanks for everything, man. The alley-oops, you know what I'm saying? All of the tips you gave me, man, the way you treated me, bro. You did more for me than some of the homies, you know what I'm saying?
Don't even trip, Wiggins. It's all love, bro. It's all love.
Much love. Thanks a lot, man. Salute. Raymond and all that, world famous. WigginsTV.
I can't wait till we do it again, Wiggins, man. It got to be greater next time, man. All the way.
All right. For sure. Yeah. Love.
Mm-hmm.